So let's grab a comfortable kneeling position. We're going to work on our shoulders here. So let's lift them up to our side, abduction with our thumbs facing to the sky. You'll see me kind of really exaggerate that external rotation. So now one arm at a time to see how far you can get that arm above your head and then behind your back, as shown in the video. You'll see I struggle here, and it takes a lot of work for me to do this movement. If you're the same way, great. If not, it's still good to practice. Again, keeping that external rotation as we go up and over, the arm is going into external rotation. And we want to focus on external rotation because that will help us get further into the motion. It's great for shoulder mobility and strengthening those small rotator cuff muscles. So now I'm going to do a little bit of assisted manipulation here to get a little bit more space. It's really important to do these without the manipulation and the assistance first, and then I want to see if I can just extend that range of motion a little bit. So I'm going as much as I can with the one arm, and then once I hit the final position, I get just a little bit of assistance from the other arm. So this would be what we call sort of passive movement or passive flexibility. You can't quite get there on your own with that arm, but you can with a little bit of assistance. And I'm doing an arbitrary set of reps here. You can do more, you can do less if you're just starting. Once you get the hang of this sequence, you'll find what's comfortable for you. Good, so let's do some straight arm internal, external rotations. Really just focusing on the shoulder joint, just doing internal, external. Let's let our arms down, shake it out. They're probably a little bit tense right now. Good, back up. Externally rotate, internally rotate. Again, just sort of grooving the joint here, hitting those small muscles. And now we're going to do some internal rotation. So each arm's going to go down and then behind our back. Okay. We don't want to let that scapula wing off our back if we can. Mine wants to really bad, so it's really important for me to focus here. I'm really just trying to get that internal rotation from the shoulder, not the scapula or the shoulder blade coming off my back. Reach, reach, reach. Good. And again, I just do a few reps here. This one's really tough for me. You can do more. So we've hit external rotation. Now we hit internal rotation. Do a few internal, external rotations for good measure. And let your arms down, shake it out a little bit. Do some neck twists if you want. Good, roll those shoulders back, arms come up, abduction. Now we're just gonna kind of do some double arm internal rotation. We're assisting each arm a little bit with the other arm. And you'll notice you can see my shoulder blades kind of popping off. They can actually pop off a lot more than that, so I'm trying really hard to keep them suctioned to my back and get most of that movement from the internal rotation of the shoulder. Just make sure you switch the grip. If one was on top, now the other one's on the bottom. Back out. Good, now we're gonna clasp our arms behind our back, if we can, and roll the shoulders back, open the chest. It's going to get a lot of external rotation from the shoulder, opening of the pec major muscle. And so this is very active. If you can't quite clasp your hands, just do your best. Good, give everything a little shake. and arms back up. Now we're gonna do both of those movements at the same time. See how close your hands can get. So one goes up and external rotation, one goes down and does internal rotation. Each time go back out to our neutral position and really work that external internal rotation. You'll see mine don't get that close. I have problems with shoulder mobility that I work on almost every day. Good, a few more reps. Some internal, external rotations. Arms down, shake it out. All right, so you'll notice I just rolled my shoulder blades back. And I'm kind of going out into this external rotation movement without the clasping of the hands. So this is very active. Okay, so I still feel a little bit of a stretch in my chest. The external rotators of my arm are working. And then I counter that with a big hug. Let those shoulder blades protract, kind of wrap around your body. Okay. If one arm was on top of the other, let go and release and get back into the other position. And then let's go back. Arms reach back, externally rotate. A lot of tension in the muscles. Good. And now we'll reach overhead as best we can. See if we can kind of reach with the scapulas, okay? Not a lot of movement in the elbow or anything like that. Maybe some, but we're just reaching that scapulas going up and down, elevation, depression, elevation, depression. Great work, take a break.